Hello, hello, hello. OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn. I'm coming at you with a new weekly video, and we're actually going to be doing some cleaning in this video. It's actually going to be a combo video. We're going to do a little bit of cleaning windows, because I haven't got to my windows at all year. So I'm still working on dang spring cleaning. And then a little bit of gardening that I threw in here as well. And sometimes I wonder, like, why can you not get all of the stuff done that should be done, Jody? And then the beginning of this video, which I will show you in a second, I was like, oh yeah, that's why. So you're going to see a clip in a second where I was going to start the video and then got highly distracted. You probably can already guess what it's from. But I don't really have any good before or after shots because this is all backlit from the sun coming in. So it doesn't pick up on camera, but the windows were very dirty. They haven't been cleaned all year long. So, and of course I had all kinds of, nose prints and paw prints on the slider. And all of my windows are double paned, so I have to pull them out. I mean, it doesn't get that dirty on the backside because it's sealed in, but I like to clean the whole thing when I'm doing it. And at this point, it didn't even look clean because the outside was so dang dirty. So I wanted to start with the slider because it was so dang dirty, but you're going to see how it started. And then it was probably 20 or 30 minutes before I actually came back to it. Oh, there's a squirrel outside. Oh, Mamas, is that you? Heavens. Oh, hi. Mamas, is that you? It looks like your tail, but you look a little thinner. Maybe it's not. Hi, good morning. Are you Mamas? Hi, good morning, sweet baby. Here you go. Mamas, yeah, it's you. Hi, good morning, Mamas. Good morning. I brought you some pecans and walnuts, okay? How are you doing? You're looking beautiful. Oh, hi. Oh, heavens. Oh, sweetie, and another one. Okay, we're getting the whole gang. Mamas, look, I'm going to leave them right here. Okay, can you find them? Don't let Teeny find them. Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, sweetie. Oh, heavens, another one. Hi, everybody. Good to see everybody. You find it? Okay, there you go. Hi, sweetie. Good morning. You're looking beautiful. Oh, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. There you go. Hi, sweetie. Come on. Here we go, honey. There we go. Maybe a couple more. Yes. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. I was just getting ready to clean the windows, and you all came out. You're so cute. Oh, Mamas, I put your pecans and stuff up in the thing. You never can find them when I do that. Hi, Mamas. Here. Oh, sorry. I just stepped on a leaf. It's okay. There you go, Mamas. There you go, honey. Hi, you need another one? Hi. Oh, I know who you are. You're the kahuna boy. Hi. Here go. Here go. Oh, sorry, I hit ya. All right. Well, I guess now I'll get back to cleaning, or starting to clean, even though you'll see this after. But I saw the babies and the hummingbird. That was so cool. So anyways, there's all the squirrels. I don't know where Teeny is, though. Surprised she hasn't shown up. All right, I'm back inside. I did not come back in right away. I was out there for a good 20 or 30 minutes talking to all the critters and feeding them. I've explained before, I used to just leave them piles, but I don't do that anymore because I have too many chipmunks and they'll just come and steal them all. And they're quick, so the squirrels don't hardly get any. So I just spend, I don't even know how many hours a day that I'm just with my wild critters because I love them so much. So anyways, no wonder I can't ever get anything done. If you're new and you just found me, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know you are new right down in the comment section? I would love to welcome you and say hello to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you. Leave me a hello in the comments so I can say hi to you as well. So my goal was to get the downstairs windows all complete. I have 9 windows downstairs and the sliding glass door. And all the windows in the back of the house here where I'm working are the crank style, so the screens are on the inside. I hate them, but eventually we'll get new windows, but that's not happening for a while. I have to say, in my opinion, clean windows just make a huge impact when they are just able to see through and they are so clean. It just looks so good. But I literally hate doing windows. I hate them. Share with me the cleaning that you don't like to do. I used to really despise doing my shower as well. But now I do my shower once a week, and so it's a breeze. I'm definitely not going to be doing windows once a week. It's just so time consuming, probably because of the double pane, and I like to clean the screens. I mean, I shouldn't say I never clean my windows. I'm doing a deep cleaning of the window. I will just come through, and if I see something, wipe it off when it needs it, but to actually pull out the screens, wash all the windows, get the tracking clean, all of that. I'm lucky twice a year, but honestly, it's probably more like once a year. So I said I have the 9 windows down here plus the slider. Upstairs, I have 10 windows. So we're not even worrying about the upstairs today. I'm just going to try to get the downstairs done. But I don't care if you only have 8 windows in your house. I just feel like it's such a big job. I'm sure that's just something I put in my own brain, but let me know what cleaning task you really do not like doing. I neglected doing the trackings of the window for a long time, but now I do them once a year and they really don't get that bad. This one was not bad at all. So I'm just going to vacuum it out and wipe it down. But there's like some spider webs and stuff like that out there. So we're not only going to clean the inside, but we're also going to clean the outside and make sure all of the tracking gets cleaned and all of the areas where outside just builds up with bugs and spiders and just ends up looking real yucky. So I won't bore you with all of them, but I'll show you a majority of them. And like I said, the goal was, it took me 2 days to get all of the windows downstairs clean, 9 windows, but double panes on all of them, all of the screens washed, all of the outside area washed. And then after I did this one, I was like, Jody, you should have done the outside first, because the outside is always usually dirtier than the inside. So it's hard to tell if I actually got all the spots off, because the outside's so dang dirty. So these were the only ones I did indoors on film, and then we're going to move outside and do those. And then I finished up. Well, no, I did film another part of it indoors as well. So anyways, I got all this done, so I'm getting all my plants back. Speaking of getting distracted, I'm editing this video and the hub says there's somebody outside. You haven't seen him yet, but one I call Old Boy was out there waiting for me. This lighting, maybe you can see how dusty the screen looks. Like I said, I had a really hard time capturing before and afters. You can see from the outside how dirty this window is, because it gets all the elements and all that stuff. So anyways, I have 3 screens of the windows that I just cleaned that I'm pulling outside, and I'm just going to hose them off and let them dry in the sun. That's usually pretty much all I do, unless an area needs like soapy water or something. But usually it's just dust that I can blow off with the hose, and we'll let them dry and they'll be clean. I would love to hear what's happening in your world this week. Definitely feel free to share it with me down in the comments if you would like to. Any projects you are working on in your house or any projects you are working on in your garden, anything like that, I would love to hear about it. All right, we are now on a different day, and I'm going to start with the outside cleaning of the windows. We'll start with the slider because it definitely was super duper dirty and I wanted to get that cleaned. And then I just kind of left this clip as real time because I ended up having a friend show up. You back? Well, come on. Well, come on. Come on. Come on. Here you go. Need another one? Come on. Well, come on. Here you go. That's Teeny, my chipmunk. And she'll be back several times. I love her. I feed her. But she's the reason that I can't leave piles out for my squirrel because she's so dang fast. And she now just jumps right up on my leg. So even when I'm outside working, the critters are coming around distracting me. It's the best kind of distraction ever. I truly cherish all of my time outside in the summer. I mean, I even spend a lot of time outside in the winter now because of the squirrels. The chipmunks hibernate, so I don't see them in the winter like ever, but the squirrels, I still see them all winter long. So I've got the hose out and I'm just on the highest setting I can do. I didn't want to pull out the power washer. I'm just getting all the, bugs and spider webs and everything off here so that I can go ahead and clean these outside windows. And of course, I have some before and after shots for you of this because this was easy to film how they looked before. I told you all last week that my video last week actually was late because we had to drive Viviana out of state for drum major band camp. And it was the longest day ever. We left at 5 a.m., didn't get home until 9 p.m. that day. So she is back now. She had a great time, and I'm so happy that she's back home. I always miss my girls when they are gone. So just wanted to give you the update that she is back. So now that I have rinsed all of the bugs and stuff off, I'm in here just cleaning. I had to get my step ladder. And then I remembered I actually have a tool. I didn't remember until after I did this one. So I did bring the step ladder out for these, cleaned them by hand, and then I'm going to pull out the tool that I have for cleaning windows that are high up. I have tried in the past those cleaners that they're like a concentrate that you can hook up to your hose and spray your windows with. I personally did not find that those did a good job at all. So I definitely prefer cleaning them by hand if I want to get them really clean. But my mom did buy me for Christmas a squeegee tool that has the long handle. She actually bought me 2 of them that has the long handle that you can reach high up so I don't have to get the stepladder out. So I realized that as I was cleaning above the kitchen sink, and I ran in the house and went and grabbed it so I could try it out. So we're going to try it out with this window. Even with the stepladder, I always had trouble reaching the very top of this just because of the weird angles. But anyways, you're going to see Teeny. I didn't do it in real time. You've already seen her several times, but she came back to bother me. The best distraction I always have when I'm outside. I love it. So, funny story. I had a lot of comments on my garage declutter video. Probably people that don't regularly view my channel. Really concerned for me that I had a rodent problem. When I first started my channel, I mean, I've always intended this channel to be all about, my home. But when I first started it, my main focus was decluttering. And so YouTube kind of puts you in this niche. And so when I post decluttering videos like the garage declutter, I always get a lot more views because they kind of tend to suppress videos that they don't view are your normal content. And so I know I had people that just are not regular viewers and didn't know that I feed a lot of animals and were very concerned when they saw Pip, my front yard chipmunk, running in and out of the garage. Look at how dirty that is. That I had a rodent problem. And I do, but they're rodents that I love and feed. not rodents that I'm worried about. So that gave me a good chuckle. She had made an appearance towards the beginning of the video. I showed her in the garage declutter. I showed me feeding her, but I think when people first initially saw her, they were like, oh no, you have a rodent problem. It could be mice. You got to be careful. Like all this. I'm like, nope, that was just Pip wanting some peanuts. And here's Teeny back wanting some peanuts. So this thing works pretty darn good. I do find I had to go through in just a couple of spots to wipe off the lines, but look at how clear that is. Oh my gosh. Like I said, clean windows make such an impact from the inside and the outside. It looks just beautiful. This is above my kitchen sink, which always tends to be the worst. It's actually not that bad, but lots of spider webs. And this is what it looks like now. So much better. And this one above my laundry room was not terrible at all, but definitely some spider webs there. And now it's all clear of that and looks so much cleaner. All right, so now I'm moving to the front yard, and all the screens are, or the front of the downstairs. All the screens are on the outside, so I pulled those out, and then I'm going to go grab the hose because there's quite a bit of spider web action out here as well. So I'm just going to rinse all of this off, put the hose on the highest setting. It actually got in the tracking and everything, got it all nice and clean, or got a lot of the dirt out. And then I'm going to come through and clean it by hand and with that tool. I don't know if you can see Clarky in there, but he kept following me, following the water around, not sure what I was doing out here. So I'm just wiping off anything the hose didn't get. And then I actually did bring a Method, just all-purpose spray. So I'm just going to wipe down the trim here that was a little bit dirty. And then I'll get to cleaning the windows. If you use a squeegee on a pole like I'm using, you'll have to give me some tips if you have any. I did find that for out here, the very top ended up with a lot of, you can see the lines from me doing it. So I really needed to come back through and wipe it better, or maybe I just didn't use the squeegee at a good angle on the very top. I didn't have any trouble in the back, and I didn't have any trouble on the bottom here, but as it was drying, I was standing here, so if I could see like a little line or something, I was just wiping it away. So the very tops of these on the inside, you can really see the lines. So I'll have to do those again for sure. And I can reach the bottom half of the window just fine without a stepladder, but I just decided to use this tool to do the whole thing. And like I said, the bottom area was fine. I didn't have a bunch of lines, but on both sides of the top, I got a whole lot of lines. And just like I did with the screens in the back, I'm just going to spray them down with the hose, let them dry, and then just put them back into place. So those will be all clean. And then I'll need to do the inside of these windows since I started with the outside. If you're working on any type of cleaning project in your house, I hope I am keeping you company or got you motivated to get up and clean something that will make a big impact. So here is the before of the outside of the window, and I had a nasty spider making a web there. Ugh. So they needed to be cleaned. They were pretty dusty and dirty, and this side wasn't nearly as bad as the other, but it looks a lot better now. Got all the dirt out, all the cobwebs out, and all just looks so much better. And I've got the windows drying now after I sprayed them off. All right, yet another day, and it is raining. We got a lot of rain on this day, so I decided to take care of the rest of the inside windows, which I'm only showing you these ones here, but there was the ones above my kitchen sink, my laundry room, and my dining room that I did as well. And I always forget, because I only do these like once a year, where I take the double panes off and clean everywhere. For some reason, these windows, once you take the front pane out, they lift up if they're not locked, and I didn't have them locked because I left the screens drying overnight and then had just put them back in. I have a lot of my plants in front of this window because it gets a really nice, in the summertime, not in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it gets a really nice amount of morning sun that stops around 2 p.m. So they will appreciate the clearer, cleaner windows as well. I worked on a few garden projects actually before I started even working on the windows, so I just went ahead and added them into this video instead of just making a separate video. I was thinking about making a separate video, but then I was like, oh no, I wanted to do a garden tour for the end of July, because I did one for the end of June, and I just wanted to document how the garden has changed. So I had gone outside a few days ago and done some things that needed to be done outside. So I'm just going to take you along with me in this video and show you what I'm working out in the garden. I moved the plants so I could clean the windows, and Clarky came in here and started barking. I guess he didn't like where I had moved them. So we're getting them back in front of the window, and he will now be happy. All right, I have been contemplating doing this. I've showed you a few times now. We got a really big rain a few weeks ago, and it knocked all of the daisies over. Not one of them is standing upright. I had no clue that these would get 5 feet tall, which is what most of them got. And apparently they can't withstand a heavy rain. I already was thinking about moving them because they were blocking the hydrangea because they were so tall. There's so many blooms. They looked absolutely gorgeous when they bloomed, but then they just looked terrible when they all flopped over. So half of the blooms are about spent. Half of the stems are broke from them bending over. I'm going to cut them all back. These things spread absolutely like crazy. I already transplanted some into the lower bed. So I have to figure out where I want to move them. And then I've got the sweet potato vine here that I planted here so it would drape over the retaining wall, and it's doing a fantastic job of that. But it's also growing into the bed and covering up some of the zinnias. So I'll probably have to continue doing this. I'm just going to prune them, which, is helping me now, but it's probably going to make it branch out and grow even more into the bed. That's okay. They look pretty over the wall, so I'm just going to keep trimming them up. And then I had some late blooming allium that also flopped over from the heavy rain, so I'm going to get rid of those and cut those all down. Okay, I think I'm going to have to rethink the positioning of these asters. They're getting quite large. I already chopped the whole top off of this one just to make it more compact. Of course, it's just growing back, so I think I might chop these up too, just to make them a little more compact. And then this one that I kind of let grow, I think I will move. But what I think I'm going to do in here is this. Oh, got stuck on the garden tool. This dahlia is not doing good, like at all. And I just don't have time for flowers that are doing well. Our season is way too short. So I think I might just dig it up and toss it and put in its place this gorgeous dahlia that just started blooming. This was one that I had overwintered the tuber and started. So then I'll have a dahlia, a dahlia, a dahlia, and a dahlia. And I think that'll be pretty. And then I think what I'm going to do is, oh my gosh, these snapdragons look so pretty. I think I'm going to move them because they're blocking the zinnias, which are also looking so gorgeous. So, and then I guess I thought when I was doing this bed that I had snapdragon seeds that had reseeded themselves here, so I left them. No, they're zinnias. I've never had a zinnia reseed itself before. These are probably the dang tall varieties, one of them that I got last year. So I might move those two as well, just more maybe like towards the middle or something like that. So let's get to moving some stuff. I have reached a point in my gardening where I'm not going to bother with plants that aren't doing well for me. Last year, I probably would have tried to move this dahlia and see if it did better somewhere else. I just got too many projects going on. My garden is getting quite large, and so I'm just not messing with it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. This dahlia is performing very well. I just put it in the ground like maybe 2 weeks ago, so I think it'll be fine just moving it. And then I have so many snapdragons that I absolutely love that all reseeded themselves. I probably have over 1,000, not even joking. And so I'm just going to try to move some of them. If they don't make it, they don't make it. If it was a perennial, I probably would have moved that dahlia, but that's an annual for me. All right, that already looks so much better. I still got a big clump here that's kind of blocking one of the zinnias, but I moved that one. It's wilting like crazy. I just watered it. And then I moved that section right there that is also wilting like crazy. So I'm going to give it a couple hours. I'll probably water them again, just like I did the cosmos. Hopefully they bounce back as quickly as the cosmos did. And then I'll figure out if I just want to keep this little beautiful clump here or if I want to move. I mean, I have beautiful clumps everywhere because nature gave me a gazillion snapdragons. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. They are for sure one of my favorite flowers. And the not the hummingbirds, well, they might love them too, but the bumblebees, man, they love those things. So let's hope. Come on, snapdragons. I think I'll move these zinnias, which they don't like their roots disturbed, so that might not go over well. But if these are going to be the 5 and 6 feet tall ones, I don't want them right here in the front. I'll move them back. And that looks so much better. It was heartbreaking to do, but I don't even know how many clumps of daisies I have over there now. 5. So I got to figure out something different for that area. Well, it is the evening, about, I don't know, maybe 7:30 now. So it's been hours. I just watered them for the 3rd time. They just do not look good. So this one looks like that one wasn't flowering yet though. And those ones look terrible too. So maybe I'm not going to be able to move snapdragons like I had hoped. So that means I either have to leave them be, even if they're blocking something, or I just have to take them out if I really don't want them there. I was really hoping I could move them, but we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Maybe they will perk back up. I am so confused. I just pulled a box off of this area to dig a hole, and it's like the dirt is mounded up, and do you see all those peanuts? And they're not eaten peanuts. Somebody's been using this as a burrow. A chipmunk maybe? Because Donna Jean left she puts the cardboard up here for when she practices volleyball so she doesn't break my window again. I'm so confused. Now I don't know if I should dig a hole here. because I don't know if I'm going to run into a critter underneath. Oh my gosh. The reason I wanted to dig a hole there was because yet another self-seeded plant for me, well, actually, I think the birds planted this one for me, is this sunflower. And it has gotten so big, as sunflowers do, that it is blocking. I can't even use the pathway that we put in last year. So I'm going to try to move it. If it makes it, it makes it. I looked it up. It said you can transplant flowering. It's already flowering. You can transplant flowering sunflowers. You got to be real careful because their roots go quite deep. They're tap roots. But I want my pathway, so I'm gonna attempt it, and we'll see if it makes it or doesn't make it. I was willing to move this one because I tried growing sunflowers last year, but I planted them all knowing that they get so tall on the side of the house where I was just showing you the little animal burrow that I found, and all of them got eaten. All of them by critters, except for my Mexican sunflower. So I did want to attempt to move it over here. I just dug a hole a little ways away from the mound in case I was getting into a critter's burrow. And we're just going to transplant this here and see if I can save this sunflower, get it out of the way so that I can use my pathway. The bees love this thing. I have another one that the birds planted for me in a different spot that I'll just go ahead and leave for this year. And it is so big and so beautiful. It just continues to bloom and flower. It's one of the branching sunflowers, I think it might be called, where it has multiple blooms, not just one bloom. And I just love it. It makes me smile every time I see it. So hopefully this one will make it. If it doesn't, I still have the other big one that I am going to leave in place, although it's not where I would have planted it. But it's good to know that the sunflowers in the front bed made it. Last year, I had a couple of volunteer sunflowers from the birds, but they got eaten as well in that bed. This year, I don't know why they're not getting eaten, but I'm going to cherish them while I have them. All right, we'll see how it does. Not easy to transplant just because it's big, and the roots are a lot deeper than most annuals, but also because, oh man, this is like so rough that it hurts. Like my arms are a little bit itchy from it touching me. So anyways, I got mosquitoes now buzzing all around me. Thank goodness they didn't bother me while I was doing that. But look at the clematis. She's blooming. She had a lot more blooms too, but it looks like they're spent. But she's blooming. So, all right. I'll let you know tomorrow how she looks. That looks loads better. I can use my pathway now. I still got a lot of cleanup I need to do here, but let me put that rock back, and gotta think about this bed. Oh my gosh, it's a different day, and I came out to water, and look at a honeybee. This is the first honeybee I have seen all season. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised I don't have I usually have a bunch of bumblebees. They are loving the sunflower, I will tell you that, and the coneflowers. Can I see any more? Usually I have a bunch. It's going to be so hot today, so I got to get these. That's maybe not a honeybee. I don't know what kind of bee that is, but it's a bee. Hi, little bee. You're cute. Oh, look at. Remember how I said my Sonora, my Rudbeckia, my Sonora, and Denver Daisy did not come back? Well, this is one of them. It's small as heck, but I think it was buried from everything that had self-seeded in here. And when I pulled some stuff back, it was finally getting some sun. So I'm happy to see, because you can tell the difference. These are much smaller looking centers, I guess, the black-eyed Susan, than This one I'm guessing is my Denver daisy, but I don't know for sure. And I don't know, that one might be the other one. I don't know. I must have planted this stuff too close together. Anyways, just wanted to show you the honeybee because I was so excited. So I'm going to get to watering. Well, she's pretty wilty the next day. I did water her already this morning, but I'm going to water her again. I think the heat index is 105 today, so it was probably the wrong time to do transplanting. I just get in a groove when I think of something and I have time to do it. So anyways, crossing my fingers that she makes it. She looks a little bit better than she did this morning after I watered her, but she still looks pretty bad. It's a few hours later and she looks a lot better. I just watered her. So I transplanted her yesterday, watered her. She looked terrible this morning, watered her. Oh, that was the 4th time I watered her. Then this afternoon I watered her and now I just watered her again. So she looks a lot better. So I'm hopeful that this one might actually make it. My snapdragons, still not looking good. Probably should just water them again. I mean, the snapdragons look amazing. The ones I transplanted are very, very wilty. And then we've got that one over there. So I'm going to try to water them again. Maybe it's going to take a couple days. Like I said, it wasn't the best day. I mean, I did it yesterday before we got this very, very hot heat, but very stressful for them to be moved at this time. Look at my marigolds. They are really sprouting up and looking lovely. I cannot wait for them to bloom. I don't know who it is, but somebody's looking for some. Oh, it's Cutie. It's Cutie. Let's go feed. Hi, Cutie. Hang on. I'm coming. There he is. Oh, hi, Cutie. Good morning. Hi. Hi, hang on. Let me shut the door. Hi, good morning. How is my handsome boy today? I'm going to bring you your pile. How are you doing? I'm so happy to see you. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Here we go, honey. Here we go. Got some pecans and some walnuts for you. Oh, hi, Teeny. Heavens, hang on. Come here. Come on. Come on. There you go. One for the cheeks. No, get out of Cuties. Here. 2 for the cheeks. You're gonna just stomp on her, Cutie. Just stomp on her. Don't let her take your pecans, okay? Those are special for you and Mama's. All right. I came outside to close out the video. Walked by and saw Cutie, so I had to put that in. So we're gonna close out the video. We did end up getting a very, very heavy rain. It rained for hours. And this one looks better than it did. A lot better, actually. But that one still looks pretty bad. So I don't think I'll move any more snapdragons. I did just kind of start going through and clearing out some stuff just to try to give some things some room to breathe. So anyways, I'm going to see you probably for a bonus video on Friday. I'll do even though you'll see at the very beginning of August, I'll do my end of July garden tour because I did one at the end of June, wanted to compare it to the end of July to see where the garden was. I was really hoping my marigolds would be blooming by now, but they're not going to be, but that's okay. So anyways, thanks for coming along with me, doing some gardening and getting some windows cleaned. Oh my gosh, they all look better. I hope it inspired you to get some type of a project done in your house. And that is what I have for you. I'm going to see you on Friday. Have a great day. Bye.